Today I will discuss some of the topics from the squares and square roots, and after that I will solve some of the questions from the NCERT book. So here you can see in the table I have taken, in which I have written the numbers and the squares of the numbers from 1 to 20. Now just look at the unit digit of the squares. So here you can see in the unit digit, which digit you can find here? 1, 4, 9, 6, 5. So 1, 4, 9, 6, 5, and the last one is 0. So you are getting these digits. If you see from 11 to 20 also, again you will find these only: 1, 4, 9, 6, 5 and 0 zeros only. So if you conclude, so you can say if the unit digits comes 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, then you can say that number can be a perfect square, or in the perfect square you will find these numbers which are 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 in the unit place. Now the other numbers, like if you get 2, 3, 7, 8, so these numbers, if you get these numbers at the unit place, then it will not be a perfect square. The one more very important thing is, whenever you're getting a 0 in the square, in a perfect square number, then these 0 will come in even numbers. Like just see the example. If you are doing this 10 square, 20 square or 30 square or 80 square, so you will get 2 zeros. Okay. Now if you do the square of hundreds, in that case these squares will give you 4 zeros. So that means in a perfect square the number of zeros are even. Okay, so that thing you have to see in the numbers. So whenever a number is given, so you can tell just by looking whether it is a perfect square or not. Okay, so let's take example. Here suppose I have written 198. So will it be a perfect square or not? Just you have to look at the unit digit. So the unit digit is 8. So 8. So then you can say this comes from this category. So it is not a perfect square. So surely it is not a perfect square. But what if I'll write 196? So 196, you can see the unit digit, it's 6. So you can say in this case it can be or it can't be a perfect square. Okay, but possibility is there that it can be a square. But in this case you are very sure that it is not a perfect square. So these observations will help you to identify whether a number, just by looking, it is a perfect square or not. Okay. Now let's see a question also. This is question from your textbook, question number 2, exercise, first exercise. So here the following numbers are obviously not a perfect square, so you have to give the reasons. Okay. So here what you have to do, unit digit, you have to see the unit digit. So 7, is it a perfect square? No. 3, is it a perfect square? No. 8, is it a perfect square? No. 2, is it a perfect square? No. Triple zeros, is it a perfect square? No. 0 should be there in the unit place, but 0 comes always in even number. Here number of zeros odd. Is it a perfect square? No. Is it a perfect square? No. 3 zeros. Is it a perfect square? No. So none of the numbers are perfect square. And with what reason you will give here? The unit digits are either 2, 3, 7, 8, and the zeros are also coming in odd numbers. That's why none of these numbers are perfect square. Now see, this is the third question. So in the third question, the question is the squares of which of the following would be odd numbers. So which will be odd number, that you have to tell. So for finding that only, you will see the unit digit. Okay. So 1 square is how much? 1 only. So the square, at the square of this, you will get just 1 in the unit place. Square of 6 is 36. So unit digit will be 6. Here something else will come. So you don't have to find all the square of this big number. Just see the unit digit only. So here Square of 9 will give you 81. So here something will come, but nth digit will be 1. So from this you can tell the square of which of the following would be odd numbers. So that will be the first part and the third one. The square of 431 and square of 7779 will be odd numbers. Now there is a fact between the numbers of two consecutive numbers. Suppose you have two consecutive numbers n and n plus 1 and you are finding the square of these numbers. So between the square of these two numbers, how many digits will be there or how many numbers will be there? So there will be how many numbers? For that you have a formula, that is 2n numbers. So between n and n plus 1 squares of n and n plus 1, there will be 2n numbers. Okay, let's just verify this one. So I'm just taking one very easy, 1 square and 2 square. So 1 is 1, 1 square is 1 and 2 square is 4. So between these how many numbers are there? 2 and 3. So there are only 2 digits. So 2 into the smallest one you have to do is 1. So there are how many digits? How many numbers? 2 numbers you have between the square of 1 and 2. That will be non-perfect square. So I hope this is clear. Now you can take one more example. So if I'll give you one question, so I think all of you can solve. Suppose we have a number 12. I'm taking two consecutive number as 12 and 13. So between 12 square and 13 square, how many numbers will be there? 2 into n, and n you have to take the lowest one, that is 12. So 2 into 12 equals to how much? 24. So there will be 24 numbers between the square of 12 and 13. So this one I think is clear. Now there is very interesting pattern of the odd numbers also. Whenever you add the consecutive odd numbers, then the result comes as the perfect square. So here, suppose if you add 1, okay, I'm just taking 1. So 1 will represent the square of 1, that is 1 square only. If you add 1 plus 3, 1 and 3 means two consecutive odd numbers from starting from 1 and 3. So how many number you have taken? 2 numbers you have taken, 1 and 3. So you will get square of 2. Okay. If you take 3 consecutive numbers, odd numbers, that is 1, 3, 5. So you will get 3 square. If you take 4 odd integers, then you will get 4 square. So this is very nice pattern. So if you have to represent 9 square as the sum of the odd numbers, so that you can write how many digits will come? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 17, and 19. So if you have to take 9 odd consecutive odd numbers starting from 1. So that will give you the square of 9. Now let's see some pattern based questions. So this is question 4. Here you can see the pattern. 11 square is giving you 121. 101 square is 10201. Then 1001 square gives you this. So now you have to tell what will come next here in these two. So just look at the pattern here. Between 2, 1 there is no 0. So no 0 came between 1 and 2 here. Now here how many zeros you have? Only 1 0 between the 1. So 1 0 entered between 1 and 2. Here 2 zeros were there. So 2 zeros came. So now in this how many zeros will come here? Total number of zeros here 4. So between these you have to put 4 zeros. The same here, between 2 and 1 you have to put 4 zeros. Now this you have to make. So how many zeros you have? 2, 4, 6, 6 0 you have. So first you will write 1 and 2 and then 1. Now between these 1 and 2, how many zeros you have to put? You have to put 6 zeros. The number of zeros that are same here, 6. So here also you have to put 6 zeros. So this is a nice pattern. Now just look at the next pattern. So here the pattern is again 11 square 121, then 101, the square came as 10201. 10101 square, 10203 0201. So now what can you say in this? So see, here you can count these 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. 2 came, and after that you just have to write the 1, the previous number. Here, how many 1 came? 2. So 2, then 1 and 1. And between 1, 1, how many zeros you have? 1 0. So that you have to put here. Here you can see in this, how many 1 came? 3. So just write 3, and after that write the previous numbers 2 and 1, 2 and 1. Then put the 0. How many 0 came? There are only 1 0 between these 1 1. So 0 0 0 0. That we will do. Now what will come in this? So how many 1 we have here? 4 1. So first you have to write 4. Then you can write the previous terms 3, 2 and 1. Here also 3, 2, 1. Now just give the zeros between these, and that will be the square of these numbers. Now for finding the square of whose square it will be, just look at this one. The greatest number in the middle is 5. So how many 1 will be there? There will be 5 1s. So just put 5 1s. 5, okay. And then you have to give the 0 between these ones. So this number will be the square of this number. Now let's see another question, which is again a pattern based question. So here you can see you have 1 square, 2 square plus 2 square, and that is 3 square. Then 2 square plus 3 square plus 6 square is giving you 7 square, and then this. Now this is given that the third number is related to the first and second number. So how it is related, that you have to see. So see, first number is 1 square, 2 square, and the third number is 2. So if you multiply these two numbers, not the square, just the number only, 1 and 2, so you will get 2. Okay, so that is the relation between first 2 and the third number. So next one, see, 2, 3, 2 into 3, 6. We will get the third number. 3 and 4 multiplied 3 and 4, so you will get 12. So that will give you the third number. So that is the result. And what is the relation between the third one and the last one, fourth one? See, 2, then it is the square of the next number. 6, it is the square of the next number. 12, it is the square of the next number. So here what will come? 5 into 4 into 5, 20. So at this place 20 will come, so 20 square, and that will be the square of next number. Here what will come? 30, and this is 5. So 5 6 is 30. So here you will get 6. So that will give you the square of 31. 6 7, what will come next? And here what will come? So 6 7, what will come here? 6 7s are 42. So here 42 square will come, and the result will be how much? 43 square.